She was the villain. She was the third person in the marriage. She needed to rehabilitate her image. You and your brother both directly asked your dad not to marry Camilla. In a shocking royal twist, Prince William and Harry are reportedly taking legal action against Queen Camilla after an alleged insult towards their late mother, Princess Diana. The drama has reignited the fiery tensions between Diana's memory and Camilla's controversial role in royal history. Could this lawsuit expose hidden truths about the royal family's most infamous love triangle? With the public divided and the monarchy under intense scrutiny, this explosive case could change everything. Camilla's transformation and public image rehabilitation. Camilla Parker Bowles has undergone one of the most dramatic image transformations in royal history. Once vilified as the other woman in the Prince Charles and Princess Diana love triangle, Camilla was initially seen as a threat to the monarchy's reputation. However, over the years, careful efforts were made to repackage her image as a dignified royal consort. From her style makeover to her involvement in charitable activities, Camilla has worked diligently to reshape public perception. Her transformation began with changes to her appearance. Rumors of Botox, cosmetic dentistry, and even facelifts swirled as she ditched her dowdy country attire in favor of sleek couture designs. Designers like Valentino and Versace became staples of her wardrobe, while elaborate jewelry, some inherited from her ancestor Alice Keppel, a mistress to King Edward VII, completed her look. Prince Charles, devoted to Camilla, spared no expense in helping her present herself as a fitting royal companion. However, despite these changes, she often faced unflattering comparisons to Diana, whose style and grace had made her a global icon. Camilla's public engagements also played a significant role in her rehabilitation. Her work with charities, particularly the National Osteoporosis Society, helped showcase her commitment to meaningful causes. Yet, her efforts were often overshadowed by lingering resentment toward her role in Diana's suffering. Critics argued that her attempts to emulate Diana's philanthropic legacy felt calculated. Camilla's unease in public further hindered her ability to connect with crowds, a stark contrast to Diana's magnetic charm. Despite her efforts, skepticism remained about her true intentions and her place within the royal family. Public opinion has remained divided. The shadow of Diana looms large, especially after Prince William and Harry reportedly filed a lawsuit against Camilla for allegedly insulting their late mother. Such allegations have reignited old wounds, casting doubts on Camilla's sincerity and suitability as queen consort. Ultimately, while Camilla has made strides in transforming her image, her past remains a significant obstacle for many. She will always be the other woman, a reminder of the heartbreak that shattered Diana's marriage. Whether her current role as queen consort will allow her to fully escape this perception remains uncertain. The lingering shadow of Diana's legacy. Princess Diana's legacy continues to cast a long, unshakable shadow over Camilla Parker Bowles and the British monarchy. Diana, adored worldwide for her compassion, beauty, and relatability, became a symbol of grace under pressure. Her struggles within the royal family, particularly the pain caused by Charles and Camilla's affair, solidified her status as the people's princess. Even decades after her untimely death, Diana's memory remains vivid in the public consciousness, making Camilla's path to acceptance even more difficult. Diana was everything the monarchy needed, an accessible, modern figure who could connect deeply with ordinary people. Her candid interviews, such as the infamous 1995 discussion with Martin Bashir, revealed the emotional turmoil of her marriage to Charles. Her comments about Camilla, particularly the claim that, "there were three of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded," cemented Camilla's role in the public imagination as the villain. This single statement fueled a narrative that has been almost impossible for Camilla to escape. As Charles and Camilla's relationship became more public, the comparisons between Diana and Camilla grew relentless. Where Diana was seen as warm and charismatic, Camilla was painted as cold and calculating. Even Camilla's efforts to rehabilitate her image through charity work have often been dismissed as attempts to mimic Diana's beloved philanthropic endeavors. The public's loyalty to Diana has created an enduring barrier to Camilla's acceptance. The situation became even messier when news broke of Prince William and Harry filing a lawsuit against Camilla for allegedly insulting their late mother. This revelation reignited public anger, reminding many of Diana's struggles and reinforcing negative perceptions of Camilla. For the younger generation, Diana represents an immortalized figure of grace and resilience, one that Camilla may never be able to replace. Strength and resilience, while Camilla remains a polarizing figure. Ultimately, the shadow of Diana continues to affect Camilla's role as queen consort. While some have grown to accept Camilla over time, Diana's memory remains a powerful force, ensuring that Camilla will always be scrutinized through the lens of the past. Escaping that shadow entirely may be an impossible task. Strained relationship with William and Harry. The relationship between Camilla Parker Bowles and Prince William and Prince Harry has long been described as strained. As children, William and Harry viewed their mother, Princess Diana, as their rock during a tumultuous upbringing marked by royal scandals. Camilla's role in their parents' marital breakdown understandably left deep scars, making it difficult for the young princes to accept her as part of their lives. While the public facade has often been cordial, insiders report lingering tensions beneath the surface. When Camilla officially moved into Clarence House with Prince Charles, it marked a turning point. William and Harry, still grieving their mother's death, reportedly felt uncomfortable sharing a home with their father's former mistress. The situation worsened when Camilla's father, Major Bruce Shand, also moved in, creating an awkward dynamic. Harry, in particular, struggled to reconcile his feelings, often expressing resentment toward Camilla for what he perceived as her intrusion into Diana's space and legacy. Over time, William adopted a more diplomatic approach, understanding his father's desire for happiness. However, Harry's feelings remained more volatile. Reports suggest that Harry viewed Camilla as someone who had taken over not only Diana's role in Charles's life but also her home, lifestyle, and legacy. This resentment reportedly flared up again when Harry and William filed a lawsuit against Camilla for allegedly insulting Diana. The lawsuit highlighted the deep emotional wounds that remain unresolved. Camilla's attempts to build bridges with the princes have been met with mixed results. While she has made efforts to avoid overstepping boundaries, her presence remains a sensitive topic. Public appearances with William and Harry are carefully orchestrated, but their body language often reflects unease. Harry's memoirs and interviews have further fueled speculation about his lingering resentment toward Camilla. The strained relationship underscores the complex dynamics within the royal family. As Camilla steps into her role as queen consort, her relationship with William and Harry remains an unresolved chapter. While time may heal some wounds, the deep loyalty both princes feel toward Diana ensures that their relationship with Camilla will remain complicated at best. The affair and its impact on public perception. The relationship between Prince Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles was one of the most controversial royal scandals in modern history. Camilla was not just a woman Charles loved, but someone whose presence tore apart the fairy tale image of his marriage to Princess Diana. When news of their affair broke, the world was stunned, and public perception of both Charles and Camilla shifted dramatically. What had been a private relationship became a global scandal, forever altering how the public viewed the future king and his consort. Diana's famous statement, "There were three of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded," cemented Camilla's role as the other woman in the eyes of the public. This single sentence exposed the depth of the betrayal Diana felt and solidified Camilla as the villain in a love triangle that captivated the world. Camilla became a symbol of everything wrong with the monarchy: privilege, secrecy, and infidelity. As Diana's popularity soared worldwide, Camilla was met with disdain and vitriol both in Britain and across the globe. The affair not only damaged Camilla's reputation but also raised questions about the integrity of the monarchy itself. Even decades later, the public struggles to separate Camilla from her role in the breakdown of Charles and Diana's marriage. The scandal became such an enduring part of royal history that it continues to haunt Camilla even as she assumes the role of queen consort. The controversy surrounding the affair was reignited recently when Prince William and Harry reportedly filed a lawsuit against Camilla for allegedly insulting Princess Diana. This bold move by Diana's sons underscores the lasting pain caused by the affair and the enduring loyalty they feel toward their late mother. For many, the lawsuit serves as a reminder that the wounds from this scandal have never fully healed. Ultimately, the affair's impact on public perception has been profound and long-lasting. While Charles and Camilla have worked to present themselves as a united and devoted couple, their relationship will always be overshadowed by the heartbreak it caused. For a significant portion of the public, Camilla's image as a homewrecker remains etched in history, a reminder of the scandal that shook the monarchy to its core. Public backlash and media scrutiny. From the moment Camilla Parker Bowles became a public figure, she faced intense media scrutiny and backlash. Her relationship with Prince Charles, particularly during his marriage to Princess Diana, made her a target for tabloids and public outrage. In the eyes of many, Camilla was the woman who shattered the fairy tale marriage of Charles and Diana, and the media wasted no time in amplifying this narrative. The press relentlessly covered every aspect of Camilla's life, often painting her in a negative light. Tabloids ran stories about secret trysts between Charles and Camilla, accompanied by unflattering photographs and biting commentary. Camilla was frequently compared to Diana, whose beauty, grace, and compassionate nature had won the hearts of millions. Where Diana was seen as the people's princess, Camilla was described as cold, manipulative, and undeserving of her royal status. The infamous Camillagate tapes, a leaked recording of an intimate phone conversation between Charles and Camilla, only added fuel to the fire. The tapes were widely publicized, further damaging Camilla's reputation and subjecting her to public humiliation. People threw bread rolls at her in public, and headlines branded her as the most hated woman in Britain. The media's obsession with the love triangle between Charles, Diana, and Camilla created a narrative that Camilla has struggled to escape, even decades later. The situation escalated recently when news broke that Prince William and Harry had filed a lawsuit against Camilla for allegedly making derogatory comments about their late mother, Diana. The lawsuit brought renewed attention to the scandals of the past, reigniting public anger and media coverage. For Camilla, it was a stark reminder that, despite her efforts to rehabilitate her image, the shadow of Diana's legacy remains. Even today, Camilla's every move is scrutinized, and the media often revisits her controversial past. Public opinion remains divided, with many still viewing her as the villain in Diana's story. While Camilla has made strides in her royal duties, the backlash she faced in the past continues to shape how she is perceived. The media's role in magnifying the drama has ensured that Camilla's reputation will always be tied to the scandal that defined her early years in the public eye. Efforts to gain public acceptance. Camilla Parker Bowles has spent decades trying to rebuild her public image and gain acceptance as a member of the royal family. Her journey has been anything but easy, marked by years of scandal, criticism, and comparisons to the late Princess Diana. However, through calculated efforts and dedication to her royal duties, Camilla has worked to prove herself as more than just the other woman. One of Camilla's most significant strategies has been her involvement in charity work. She has championed causes such as osteoporosis awareness, literacy, and domestic violence prevention. Her personal connection to osteoporosis, which affected her mother and grandmother, has made her advocacy in this area particularly heartfelt. By focusing on meaningful issues, Camilla has attempted to show the public a more compassionate and human side of herself, separate from the scandals of the past. Camilla has also embraced the role of a supportive royal consort, accompanying Charles on official engagements and taking on more public duties. Her efforts to appear approachable and hardworking have helped soften her image over time. However, despite these strides, public opinion has remained divided. Many still view her as an interloper in the royal family, someone who does not deserve the title of Queen Consort. The uphill battle for public acceptance took a dramatic turn when Prince William and Harry reportedly filed a lawsuit against Camilla for allegedly insulting their mother, Princess Diana. This legal action not only brought fresh scrutiny to Camilla but also reignited public debate about her role in Diana's legacy. For many, the lawsuit was a reminder of the pain and controversy that Camilla's presence in the royal family has caused. While younger generations may view Camilla's efforts with more empathy, older generations who lived through the Diana years remain critical. The comparisons to Diana, who was adored for her charisma and warmth, continue to haunt Camilla's reputation. Her inability to connect with crowds as effortlessly as Diana did has also limited her ability to win over the public. Ultimately, while Camilla has made progress in reshaping her image, her efforts may never fully erase the past. The shadow of Diana looms large, and for many, Camilla will always be seen through the lens of the scandal that brought her into the public eye. Her journey toward acceptance remains a work in progress. Queen Elizabeth II's initial reluctance. Queen Elizabeth II's early stance on Camilla Parker Bowles was one of quiet but unmistakable distance. Although the Queen adhered to royal tradition and decorum, she was keenly aware that her position as head of the Church of England cast a watchful eye on how she addressed issues of divorce and remarriage. Camilla's involvement in Prince Charles's life, initially as the woman who disrupted the fairy tale aura of his marriage to Princess Diana, posed a potential threat to the monarchy's stability. By keeping her distance and avoiding direct acknowledgement of Camilla for years, the Queen signaled her reluctance to endorse this controversial relationship. From the start, Camilla's reputation had been tainted by the affair with Charles. The public saw her as the other woman, particularly after Diana's candid comments that there were 3 of us in this marriage. Because of this, the Queen worried that openly welcoming Camilla would tarnish the moral authority of the crown. Early attempts to include Camilla in certain events were plagued by concerns over public fallout. Much like Edward VIII's abdication crisis decades earlier, there seemed to be an unspoken fear that Charles would be forced to choose between love and duty. Around the middle of this protracted acceptance process, however, the monarchy faced yet another stir when Prince William and Harry reportedly filed a lawsuit against Camilla for allegedly insulting Diana, a moment that underscored how deep the scars of the past still ran within the royal family. For the Queen, this only heightened the challenge of balancing personal emotions, the Church's stance, and preserving the monarchy's image. Yet over time, Charles's devotion to Camilla and Camilla's quieter approach to public life gradually softened the Queen's stance. The Queen eventually allowed Camilla to accompany Charles to select royal events, albeit often seated at a strategic remove. Much like in the footage of the Golden Jubilee festivities, Camilla appeared in supportive proximity but not in the direct regal spotlight. Behind the scenes, carefully managed press strategies helped ease public acceptance. Ultimately, Queen Elizabeth II's eventual recognition of Camilla was a pragmatic acknowledgement of Charles's unwavering loyalty to the woman he loved. While her endorsement came only after many years of hesitation, it served as a linchpin in Camilla's own transformation within the House of Windsor. Nevertheless, the Queen's initial reluctance remains a telling chapter in Camilla's story, proof that even within the royal family, acceptance sometimes comes slowly and must be earned through time, care, and considerable discretion. Generational divide in perceptions of Camilla. Public opinion about Camilla Parker Bowles splits along generational lines, revealing the lasting power of Princess Diana's legacy. Those who vividly recall the Diana years often view Camilla through underscore 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 underscore. The lens of the Charles-Diana-Camilla triangle positions Diana as the beloved victim and Camilla as the other woman. Meanwhile, younger audiences who did not experience Diana's media-saturated presence in real time tend to judge Camilla by her present-day role in charitable work rather than her past. For older Britons, Camilla's image is still entwined with the heartbreak and scandal that surrounded Charles and Diana's marriage. The devastating admission that Diana felt there were 3 of us in her marriage fueled a national sense of betrayal, creating a deep-rooted resentment toward Camilla. Many of this generation saw Diana as a vibrant figure who modernized the monarchy, so when details of the affair with Camilla surfaced, reinforced by intimate Camillagate tapes, public anger was swift and intense. Younger people, on the other hand, often approach Camilla's story more objectively. They recognize that her 30-plus-year relationship with Charles included painful chapters but also see a couple who, despite public scrutiny, maintained their bond and eventually married. However, even among younger demographics, sympathy for what Diana endured remains strong, and doubts linger about Camilla's suitability for the role of Queen Consort. Partway through these shifting perceptions, Prince William and Harry's alleged lawsuit against Camilla for insulting Diana made headlines, reigniting the bitterness of the past and reminding the world that tensions within the royal family still run deep. This episode only highlighted the emotional rift in how different age groups see Camilla. Some were indignant on Diana's behalf, while others saw it as an unfortunate replay of old wounds. Camilla's efforts to rehabilitate her image, embracing patronages like the National Osteoporosis Society and gradually expanding her public appearances, have chipped away at some of the hostility, particularly among those who notice her low-key, unpretentious style. Over the years, she has won over pockets of the British public by quietly supporting Charles and taking on roles that do not directly compete with Diana's memory. Nevertheless, the generational divide persists. For many younger observers, Camilla is simply Charles's steadfast partner and a grandmotherly figure who seems comfortable in her own skin. For older generations, however, the emotional baggage of Diana's story casts a shadow that may never fade completely. This split underscores just how powerful Diana's legacy remains and how it continues to inform perceptions of Camilla to this day. Camilla's role as Queen Consort. Camilla Parker Bowles' transformation from royal mistress to Queen Consort is one of the most unexpected journeys in British royal history. From the moment her relationship with Prince Charles became public, she was subjected to scathing media reports, unflattering comparisons to Princess Diana, and relentless public skepticism followed Camilla throughout her journey, yet through a blend of patience, careful public engagements, and steadfast support for Charles, Camilla paved a path to her present role. Officially granted the title of Queen Consort upon Charles's ascension to the throne, Camilla took on the traditional obligations expected of the sovereign's spouse. She began attending state functions more visibly, supporting charitable causes, especially osteoporosis awareness, and showing a willingness to be part of the pomp and ceremony of royal life. Keen observers point out that she often appears most comfortable in more rural settings, whether hunting alongside Charles or hosting events at Highgrove, the estate she once helped choose for him. Midway through her ongoing acceptance by the public, rumors arose that Prince William and Harry had filed a lawsuit against Camilla for insulting Diana, reminding everyone that the residual grief and anger tied to their mother's memory still affect the younger royals. This moment echoed Camilla's enduring challenge, how to champion her new duties while forever contending with Diana's long-reaching influence. Despite such stumbling blocks, Camilla has shown a firm desire to be perceived as a loyal spouse, working behind the scenes to help Charles succeed. Her presence at official events is generally understated. She does not try to replicate Diana's superstar media style, focusing instead on quieter interactions behind closed doors. Insiders report that she plays a key role in managing household affairs and supporting Charles, acting both as confidant and organizer. Still, long-standing critics label her ascension as a reward for behavior they deem morally questionable. Memories of Camillagate and Diana's famous "Three of Us in this marriage" comment remain fresh in the minds of some. But in a more pragmatic era, and with the monarchy needing to adapt, Camilla's unassuming approach has helped her avoid drawing too much negative attention. As Queen Consort, Camilla strives to combine respect for tradition with an awareness that the public's gaze is ever critical. While some may never embrace her fully, she has carved out a substantial space in the royal tapestry. In many ways, her role serves as a testament to the monarchy's power to adapt, even amid the lingering controversies that refuse to entirely fade. Camilla's impact on Charles's legacy. Camilla Parker Bowles has become central to the story of King Charles III's legacy, shaping not only his personal life but also how history will remember his reign. From the early days of their relationship, marked by the secrecy of furtive meetings at Highgrove and whispered phone calls, Camilla's presence has influenced public perceptions of Charles as a future monarch. Though he has long been dedicated to environmental causes and cultural projects, his personal conduct often overshadowed his official achievements. Much of this overshadowing stemmed from the revelation that he and Camilla continued their bond during his marriage to Princess Diana. Diana's devastating admission, "There were three of us in this marriage," became etched in the public conscience. As a result, Charles appeared less sympathetic, especially when private tapes of him and Camilla, famously dubbed Camillagate, surfaced. For many in Britain, and indeed the world, that scandal cast a cloud over his moral judgment and threatened to undermine his suitability as a monarch. At the midpoint of Charles's attempt to reframe his image, news broke that Prince William and Harry had filed a lawsuit against Camilla for allegedly insulting Diana, sparking debate over how unresolved tensions still shape public opinion. While different segments of the population sided with either the sons or the king and his consort, the incident reminded everyone that Diana's legacy still grips the monarchy, and Charles most of all. Despite these hurdles, Charles has also benefited from Camilla's stabilizing influence. She offers a consistent presence, sharing many of his interests, including country pursuits like hunting, which Diana famously disliked. Camilla's acceptance of these hobbies has provided Charles with the sense of partnership that he allegedly lacked in his first marriage. By quietly supporting his charitable work and encouraging his advocacy for environmental and architectural preservation, Camilla enables Charles to focus on the issues he cares about. Still, critics argue that Charles's unwavering pursuit of a life with Camilla, even at the cost of public outrage, reveals a monarch who prioritizes personal happiness over duty. Others see it as a testament to the enduring strength of true love in a notoriously rigid institution. Regardless, Camilla's impact on Charles's legacy is inescapable. She is intertwined with every milestone of his public life, from the painful unraveling of his first marriage to the day he became king. In the end, Charles's reign will reflect this mixture of controversy, devotion, and evolution. Whether remembered as a love story triumphant or a moral misstep with lasting repercussions, Camilla's role in Charles's life continues to shape his standing both at home and abroad. Oh,